So our next part would be the kidney itself. Let's talk about the structure of kidney. So how many kidneys are there in a human body? Two. And where are they located? Somewhere around it. Okay. It's it's in our abdominal region. Okay, just behind our like the digestive, the intestine and everything. Okay, so we have already learned about the different um what do we say, blood vessels that are related with different organs. Okay, let's say because now we are going to talk about the concentration of urea, where is the highest concentration of urea present. Okay, so these are the kidney. Okay, aorta brings the blood to the kidney through renal artery. Okay, the renal artery then filters the blood, whatever it happens in kidney, and the blood is returned into renal vein. Okay, now how the blood is transferred, sorry, how the urea is transferred to kidney through a liver. Okay, now the liver have the two tubes originating from one from each. These tubes are called as ureter. Ureter. Now urine is stored in a sac-like structure known as bladder. The urine is then released from urethra through a pipe. Okay, this urethra also has the sphincter muscles. We have learned about these muscles in digestive system as well, where they control the movement. Here also we have sphincter muscles which control the movement, whether it is released or not. Uh, so the sphincters are like are trained in a way. Okay, we train our sphincters basically. Okay, when we talk about kidney, so this kidney has an internal structure. The outer side is known as cortex. This outer is known as cortex. The inner side is known as medulla. And this place, this is known as pelvis. Now, why I'm telling you these names? The nephron, which is the functional unit of kidney, like we say, the alveoli does main role in, do main role in the lungs. In small intestine, villi plays the important role. So in the kidney, nephron play the important role. So nephron are basically present at the junction of this cortex and medulla, like here. Okay, and the urine is then collected in this area, which is known as pelvis. Okay, and then from here it moves through the ureter and collected in bladder. Clear? Okay, now let's move to the nephron structure and how it um, helps in the removal of urine. Okay, this is how the structure of nephron looks like. Okay, let's say we have a renal artery over here. Okay, the renal artery then divides into many capillaries. Now there is a tuft of capillaries in this region which is called as Bowman's capsule. The U-shaped cup is known as Bowman's capsule, and there are many blood vessels present in this. And these tuft of group of blood vessels is known as glomerulus. These are the important words that we must know because we need to use these words in our answer. Okay, so Bowman capsule has glomerulus. Now, the function of this glomerulus is ultrafiltration. Now, what is ultrafiltration? So, the blood in renal artery is coming directly from the aorta, and aorta has the highest blood pressure. Okay, so the blood moves through a great pressure into the glomerulus, which causes the filtration. Now the smaller molecules pass through, which are urea, water, salt, and glucose. These are the smaller units, smaller molecules that pass into. The molecules which do not pass are the bigger molecules like red blood cells, white blood cells, platelets, maybe the amino acid, maybe some other protein, maybe fats, fatty acid, glycerol. These are the bigger molecules. They cannot enter. So when there is a separation between the bigger molecules and the smaller molecules, this is known as ultrafiltration. Okay? Okay. Then this blood or sorry, not blood, these four things, this mixture or the solution, this it moves into curved tubules, and we call them convoluted tubules. If it is present in the first region, it is known as proximal. This is a word we use for like the first one or the pre one, and the distal is used for the last part. This is the last part. Okay, these are the certain words that we use in bio. Okay, when it passes through this first tube, most of the glucose is reabsorbed. Now the second step is reabsorption. So we say most or all glucose is reabsorbed. I'm talking about a normal person. Okay. What would happen in diabetes one? Diabetic patient. It would be present in the urine. Exactly. So there is one question in the past paper related to it, when you compare a healthy person urine with a diabetic one. So you have to give reasons why it can, or give reasons for the presence of glucose in the urine. Then you can tell maybe this person has diabetes. Okay. Okay. The next one is okay. Why do you think so? The diabetic patients have glucose in the blood. Okay. What is diabetes? Excellent, because insulin is not there to convert glucose into glycogen. That's why their blood, or sorry, their urine contains glucose. Good. Okay. Now in the loop of Henle, most of the water is reabsorbed in the second part here. It is reabsorbed. Okay. And in the, or some salts as well. Let's say in the last part, distal tubule, if your body needs water, or if your body needs the salts, that would be reabsorbed according to your body need. So the volume of urine differ uh, in different cases, like the humid weather or in hot weather, in summers or in winters. The volume of urine and the concentration of urine differs. Okay. So what does this happen? Because in this last part, the reabsorption would take place according to the body needs. Can you give me a minute? I guess my charger is not working. Okay. Okay. Now the urine, the final product is collected in this collecting duct. From here, it passes into pelvis, and then from pelvis to ureter, and further on. Okay. Uh, Let me ask you something. Uh, which substances are completely absorbed? Completely absorbed, reabsorbed. Completely. Let's say completely. Let me cut this. Completely absorbed is glucose, which is partially reabsorbed. What is partially reabsorbed? Water and salts. What is not reabsorbed? Urea, correct. So we must know this. Not at all reabsorbed. Okay. Um, So this is all about the function of a nephron. Let's talk about its concentration and volume. Okay. In a hot day, what would be the concentration and volume of urine? Okay. Volume low. Okay, good. And what about the cold day? Less concentration and more volume. If the person takes the same amount of water on both days, hot day and cold day. No, I'm just telling. I'm just telling. I'm giving you like what should be constant in this. The water intake should be constant if we are comparing both results. Okay, let's go through. Let's discuss question answers now.